I'm redefining grief. I'm redefining grief.
Oh, today, I always say it's going to be good. Welcome back to another episode on the Redefining Grief podcast, a space where we honor truth, tend to our heart, deepen connection, lean in faith, and walk towards restoration, one conversation at a time. I am so excited about this podcast episode. Why? Because it's one of my favorite things to do. It's my superpower. It's called napping. There's just something beautiful about taking an afternoon nap. And baby, when I say I get it in, I get it in. I don't care where I'm going to get it in, I get it in. And I'll tell you more about that as we get into the podcast. But rest is not a weakness. During Mental Health Awareness Month, I wanted to have a conversation that many people don't recognize or realize or connect. Rest, real rest. I am on a mission to get women that look like me, all type of women, but especially women that look like me, to remove the superwoman cape, get rid of the burnout, and go into recovery, and learning that not collapsing from exhaustion is the goal, right? So naps, you have to be intentional about it. And so today I am going to be talking about my superpower. Oftentimes I get asked, girl, you get up at 3, 4, 5, 6 o'clock. Well, really 3, 4, and 5 o'clock in the morning. How do you survive it? It's power naps. That's my secret. It's power naps. I put it into my schedule. Let's say I see a client at 6 a.m. because on Wednesdays I have executive hours. Let's see I see a client at 6 a.m., 7 a.m., 8 a.m., right? I am up more than likely at 4 for prayer time and my quiet time in the early mornings. I said it time and time again. I believe when I wake up early to pray, God hears my prayers because I'm the only one awake. Does that make sense? No, but to me it does, and my prayers get answered. So I'm super excited about sharing my superpower with you all today because I don't want anyone burning out. The goal is not burnout. The goal is not burnout, right? And I'm always going to come in here talking about the grief anchors and the framework around it. Let's tell the truth. We live in a world that celebrates overworking. People brag about team no sleep. That's just not me anymore. I have released. I have gone into recovery. I do not operate from a place of exhaustion. I don't. I can't do it. Right? And somewhere along the way, many of us learned that resting means we're lazy, we're weak, or unproductive. Oftentimes I say to myself, why is this so hard when I give homework assignments about resting? Go to the beach and rest. And they're like, no, but I need something to do. It's because they were trained that they have to be doing something. I was raised Seventh-day Adventist. So I am mentally programmed, whether I like it or not, and I love it, to rest. It may not look the way it looked when I was growing up, but from Friday to Saturday sundown, we were resting. We weren't even watching television, people. I'm talking about resting. But really going to church all day. That was a different type of rest from morning to night. But we had a lot of fun doing it. So don't get me wrong. Don't get it wrong. Don't get it twisted. I enjoyed myself. But it is in program. And I am taking on ownership where I want to rest a lot more. Besides taking my naps, scheduling more vacation time. Yeah. Yes, I know I'm on the trip every other week or so. I know it. It feels like it, right? But I literally want to rest. This month, I have to say, I was supposed to go on a traveling agency exploration trip that we are allowed to go on. But I looked at my husband and I said, we can't. With everything happening with the family, where we are right now, we are not going to Mexico. It's just not going to work for us right now. And so we did not do that. We did not go to Mexico. I'm literally supposed to be leaving the 17th of May, but it's not happening. I'm resting. So I'm not just talking about it. I'm applying this to my life, very much so. But I also want to remind you that I never want to tell you anything. The truth about rest is that there are neuroscience ways and research why. And so let me spend some time kind of breaking that down. When we take naps, it improves our memory. It reduces our stress hormones. It restores focus and learning ability. It supports overall brain function and reduce anything that has to do with stress. I think people don't realize stress does not benefit us in any way. No, in any way. In simpler terms, your brain performs better after rest. So maybe the issue isn't that you're lazy. Maybe the issue is that you're overloaded. And if that's you, can I get oh, that's me? I know I can't hear you, but I can hear you. I can feel it. Can you tag me saying this is me and how this episode is going to help you to really pause and look into naps? And I used to be a kindergarten teacher, and they need to bring naps back into school. I know there are other countries outside of the United States where their children get to nap in school. We need it. You know, I will take a nap anywhere. I told y'all about this, right?
Creole Adventures, because life is meant to be lived, not just worked. At Creole Adventures, we create unforgettable travel experiences designed for every season of life. Whether you're celebrating love, healing, connection, or legacy, we help turn your dream trip into reality. Honeymoons and romantic getaways. Reconnect, celebrate love, create memories that last forever. Retreat getaways. Rest, reset, restore your mind, body, and soul. Family reunions. Bring the whole family together for moments that become cherished memories. Self-love travel experiences, because sometimes the most important trip is the one you take for yourself. Book your next adventure by emailing us at creoleadventures@gmail.com. CREOLE Adventures with an S. We don't want to make you miss this opportunity to link up with those who understand the travel agency and want to support you. Email us at creoleadventures@gmail.com.
Now listen, if you know me personally, the next part will not surprise you at all. I would take a nap anywhere. I have taken a nap at an Usher concert. Yes, I have. In between sets, I've taken a nap because my brain needed it. The music was loud, the lights flashing, everybody singing their hearts out. And there I am somewhere restoring my nervous system. Yep. Not only do I restore my nervous systems, whenever I'm with my clients, I am teaching them how to reset their nervous system. I'm not playing. I've taken naps on tours. Yes. We were in the Florida Keys for my anniversary, and we were taking a tour of this place in the Keys. And baby, guess where? I was like, okay, I can't walk anymore for this tour. I got enough information about this tour. My body is saying rest. I went and found me a bench. Baby, a bench. I went and found me a bench and took a nap on that bench. I don't play about my naps. I'll take a nap in restaurants, waiting on food, and wake up and realize the appetizers are there. When I used to have a job, on my lunch break, I would go in my car and take a whole healing session of sleeping. in my car, healing my mind, healing my body, healing my soul with that nap. Because I don't play about my naps. Now, people laugh about it. But honestly, I learned that my body was communicating to me. And instead of ignoring it, I listen. There are times when my acupuncture appointments, when I would do those a lot, I need to go get back to my acupuncture time. But during that time, my acupuncture, I used to call them my sleep appointment. My massage appointments, I used to call them my sleep appointments. I don't play about my naps. I hope y'all getting it. And then I have to teach y'all how you know your body needs naps. How you know your body needs rest. And maybe your body has been talking to you and you are ignoring it because you have been programmed to believe that you have to run yourself into the ground to be successful. So my prayer for you is that this episode really teaches you will be more successful if you pause for the rest. So here are some signs your body may need rest. You can't focus. You are more irritable than usual. You're tired but can't sleep. You constantly crave caffeine or sugar. Hello, somebody. Small tasks feel overwhelming. Your mind won't stop racing. You feel emotionally numb. These are not personality flaws. These are signals. Your nervous system is screaming SOS. I need a pause. I need a sabbatical rest. Hello, am I speaking to you? And if I am, come talk to me. Because, baby, I will hype you up about putting a nap on your calendar. I will hype you up and make you feel like, woo, this is the best thing since your favorite experience. I don't play about my naps. That's the theme, right? And I got to tell you, the brain and grief connection, as a therapist, I need people to understand this. Grief affects the brain, whether it's grief from death, divorce, heartbreak, disappointment, trauma, or life transitions. Your brain works overtime trying to process emotional pain. I had an interview today where I was talking about grief fog. Grief fog is just a telltale sign you're experiencing grief fog. You walk to the kitchen to get something to drink. You get to the kitchen and forgot why you went to the kitchen, right? So those are some telltale signs that I need a rest. That's why grief can make you feel foggy, exhausted, forgettable, emotionally reactive to your children, to your spouse, to your significant other, to your partner. And when your brain is overwhelmed, rest becomes necessary, not optional. I will tell you this. Last week, Friday, I spoke at an elementary school talking about test anxiety as they prep for testing week. I spoke at the elementary school. I came home. I got lunch. I went and took my nail appointment. In the afternoon, I was scheduled to attend a viewing. By the time I was struggling to make it home in the car. And do you know, it is more dangerous to be sleepy on the road than it is to be drunk. I remember watching like an episode of that on ABC many, many moons ago. And if anybody can find that episode, hey, send me an email. Send me a DM saying I found the episode so that I can share that resource with other people. But you are dangerous on the road when you are sleepy. I would call the good friend of mine and I was just like, oh my God. Oh my God. It was like a sleep tsunami took over me. I couldn't function. The kids were talking to me and I was like, I don't know what they're saying. I went to sleep for like 4 to 5, 6 hours Friday night. I woke up with a mild headache. I took something, I ate something, and I went back to sleep. I had exhausted myself. And you know what it is? You guys know that I have written a children's book that I'm so proud of. Mommy, What's That Feeling? And I think I had finally just allowed my body to rest because we put in the order. We had officially put in the order. And today I'll be getting my books. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. And I'll be reading at my elementary school tomorrow, the very next day. By the time this episode aired, it would already have happened. But I'm just so excited about that. And I literally could not attend that viewing. I could not. I couldn't drive. I wasn't functional until I had rest. Rest during your mental health awareness month. I want to bring this to your attention. I think we need to redefine what caring for our mental health really looks like. Mental health care is not always a big breakthrough moment. Sometimes it's taking a nap. Sometimes it's saying no. Sometimes it is contacting and saying, I'm so sorry. I am not going to be able to make this event. I cannot make it. Now, if you got a pattern of doing that, that's a different story. But my yes be my yes and my no be my no. And when I have to make the decision of I have to withdraw that yes, my friends and family knows that something serious is going. Even my clients know because I show up. Are you drinking your water? Are you logging off at enough time? I recently got an iPad. No social media goes on that iPad. It is for coloring. It is for Bible reading. It is for reading kids' books. It is for reading my magazines on my iPad. Shout out to my sis for telling me to get an iPad, a mini iPad, just to do that. Crying when you need to cry. Yes. That is so important. Letting your body recover. Rest is healthcare too. I'm going to say that again. Rest is healthcare too. So, I don't want to leave you without saying, here's some tips. My number one is put it on the calendar. For me, if it's not on my calendar, it does not happen. Right? So let me give you this permission today. Take the 20-minute nap. Start by taking it 2 or 3 times a week and report back to me. Baby, report back to me. Take a picture of you sleeping, where you sleeping around the world. Take a picture. And now I have another good friend of mine. She cannot sleep anywhere. It has to be like in a bed. Not me. On a bench, at a concert, in a park, pulling over on the side of the road to take a nap. Yep, that's me. Right? I was talking about pull over and breathe if needed. Rest before your body forces you to in a hospital bed, in a psych ward. Stop glorifying exhaustion. Stop glorifying, I'm going to run myself into the ground. Learn your limits without shame. And I like this part of it. And when I was thinking about this episode, because when I first used to tell people, oh, I get up at 4 or I take a nap, they were like, why? Why? The judgment. I was like, can y'all stop policing my naps? Can y'all stop policing my naps? And how I would look at my family and they go, oh, it's nap time. Yep. I'm going to go take a nap so I can function and not be a terror in this house and not be a terror on this trip. My travel trips must incorporate naps. I'm not here to play about my naps if you didn't get it. Because healed people understand something exhausted people don't. And sometimes they forget. You cannot pour from an empty nervous system. You cannot pour from an empty nervous system. And without a nap, You are not fully reflective to make decisions. When I am sleepy and my children try to ask me to take them somewhere or tell me about a party, I'm like, if you want me to give you an answer now without my nap, it's going to be a no. But you'll probably have a better chance when I have a clear, sound mind if you wait for the morning hours, if you wait for after my nap. So you have to train the people around you and you have to train yourself. When is a good time to make decisions? For me, the best time to make decisions are 3, 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. And then in the afternoon, anytime after a well-deserved nap. I want to leave you with this. Rest is not something you earn after destroying yourself. Rest is a part of being human. And biblically, rest is the part of who God trained us to be. Even when he was creating the world, he rested. Fact check me. And it's in Genesis. And if you ever see me somewhere taking a nap, please mind your business and let me rest. Please mind your business and let me rest. And take a photo. Take a photo. Here's Herdyne resting. Right? Resting. And tag me. I don't have no problems with that. Because, baby, I would take a rest anywhere. Except the bathroom. Now, I have limits. Except the bathroom. Except the bathroom. That just hit me right then in my soul. Except the bathroom. Thank you guys for joining me for another episode on the Redefining Grief podcast. If this episode blessed you, share it with somebody who needs permission to rest. And remember, this life is not perfect, but it must be lived. Stay anchored in your truth. Stay anchored in your heart. Stay anchored in your connection. Stay anchored in your faith. And stay anchored in your restoration. Until next time, get out and live. I love y'all.
I'm redefining grief. I'm redefining grief.